Hey, what do you say?
How you doing, Chief?
Pretty good. This is pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
Wow, look at that.
And guess what? You bet you could spend it all around town. I love it.
Absolutely.
I could think you were a car way back in 1970. Hey. Adam, look who's here.
Southbridge Public Access rules.
What's
happening?
What the heck? I didn't know you were here. They told me everything, but it was going to be Adam.
I was looking right at you, man.
Good
We're
to
going to
see
be here
you,
the
my friend.
last Friday of every month
It is
at
gonna
Nite
be you?
Chevrolet. It's going to be me. It's going to be the cars. It's going to be prizes.
He's making Southbridge's own, folks.
That's
it's
it,
happening, man.
I got to find myself a house in Southbridge now. We love it.
We got it.
Watch cable access. Say hi to Paul.
Hey, listen, rock and roll.
You guys having fun here, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, man.
How's it going, man?
They're getting more people in concerts on the Common. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we just should have them here.
Maybe.
How you doing?
Good. You know,
How's Route 66?
good.
We're full of, there's nothing but celebrities here. This is unbelievable, folks. Full of celebrities everywhere. Look. Corvettes are pulling in. My God. All right. Tony! Hey, the whole gang. Hi, everybody.
Say hi.
Hi, my friend.
Adam, my dad.
Is it warm enough to swim in the pool yet?
Oh, it's gonna get warm like Florida soon.
What do we need, another month?
Get some weather down from Florida.
All right. Hey, look at that Corvette over there. Wow. That's pretty nice, man. Ladies and gentlemen, now this is the keyboard player for Blind for Nobody. I can't meet any normal people.
I didn't recognize you immediately.
It's full of celebrities. You've seen this girl at the Common, folks, and she will be there again this summer. Yeah.
What do you think of this guy?
These guys are great. These guys are great.
Feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. And now the sun's coming up, riding with me, morning gave me no warning. I had to be on my way, and the cars are all passing me, the trucks are all passing me, 'cause I'm heading home from your place. And now the sun's coming up, riding with me, love. Freeways watching you. People you meet, they all seem to know you. Even your old friends treat you like you're something. Johnny come lately, new kid in town. Everybody loves you, you don't let them down. You look in her eyes, the music begins to play. Hopeless romantics, here we go again. But after a while, you're looking the other way. It's those restless hearts that never met. Johnny come lately, you kid in town. Will she still love you when you're not around? There's so many things you should have told me. But night after night, really too long. So tears on your shoulder. There's no on the street, it's there to remind. Doesn't really matter which side you're on. You're walking away, they're talking behind you. They will never forget you till somebody new comes along. Where you been lately? You kid in town. Everybody loves you. You're good. The streets rolling down. They're still around. Just another new kid in Everybody's talking like the new kid in town. Everybody's walking like the new kid in town. There's a new kid in town. I don't wanna hear it. There's a new kid in town. I don't wanna hear it. There's a new kid in town. There's a new kid in town. People start talking. There's a new kid in town. People start walking. There's a new kid in town. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a new kid in town. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm Paul Soto, Salvage Cable Access. Give me a call. We want you guys on the comment. We love you guys. Thanks for letting me film you. I'm off to film some comedians. But thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate it.
There you go. Thanks, bro.
Come up to the town hall. I'll give you the tape. You guys are fantastic.
It sounds good when it's the only thing I do.
Woo! Look at that. I got their card, folks. Let's get out.
We're going to do a couple more.
Leo
And
Silva!
then Adam's going to take over for a little bit.
door, Jerry. Okay. Oh! Hey!
Jerry gets the first laugh.
That's great. Thank you, Alex.
I'm here to thank the Exchange Club as a member of the Exchange Club and Southbridge Interfaith Hospitality Network. We're very happy for this fundraiser. Also here to tell you about our former president, Flo Dusso, who died a year ago tonight. Flo was very involved in the interfaith, very involved in our community. I'm just going to give you some adjectives about Flo. She was a unique person, giving, caring, enthusiastic, loud, big time loud, loyal, involved, and she could really carry a conference. She was a loving wife of a friend that I met in 1948 in kindergarten. Paul and Phil were together from 1967, but I knew Paul in 1948. She was a caring mother of 3 daughters, Grammy of 2 boys and 2 girls.
I thought this was going to be funny.
A friend to old Fleshes. In the 1980s, she was elected to the Tantascra Regional High School Committee. She chaired that committee too, involved in the community. In the 1990s, she also got involved in the St. Anne's Parish Council. She did that. Prior to that, in the 1970s, there's a group of people at St. Anne's called Committee Regarding Youth who help do things for kids from all grade school right through high school. Flo was very involved in that. She was a founding member and the president of our Interfaith Hospitality Network. Worked very, very hard to get us started. And president up until this year, okay? In 2003, the Exchange Club awarded her the Book of Golden Deeds. Really deserving person. She was a friend of the down and out, friend of all, my friend. She'll be missed. Yeah, what a bonus. And we're having an auction tomorrow at St. Anne's, so if anybody's interested, continue things that Interfaith's doing and things that the folks are doing. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Exchange Club.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for the kind words. Okay, we're ready for open mic.
Call the police. It's not like
And I'm happy to introduce Mr. Nomad from New England.
I'm going to bust them?
Come on up, Nomad.
Come on. Don't tell me. I'm filming. Tell anybody you want. Call the cops. Do whatever you want. The room's full of cops.
Welcome to the Southbridge Comedy Club. It is not the Polish Club anymore tonight. It is the Comedy Club. And, of course, it is put on by the Tri-County Exchange. I had a whole thing I was going to say about them, but that gentleman just covered it all. So, I guess I can get right into what's going to happen here tonight. First off, who am I? You know, I think he gave a name, but we got a whistle on the mic. We got a hum. Who am I? Who am I? I feel like Muhammad Ali up here. But I know I'm not. So, I am, in fact, Nomad. I'm going to spell that out for you. That's N-O-mad. Sorry, that's backwards for you, isn't it? N-O-mad. That way you can read it. All right, I do have a little card here. This is a cheat sheet. Believe me, this is not for me. This is for you. Because if I don't have this, I'm going to talk about shit you don't want to know about. This is going to keep me going in the right direction. Now, first, I have to make a couple of announcements. I am not a professional comedian, but I do play one in the bathroom. We do have some professionals coming up here later. Professional comedians are, in fact, like professional athletes. The more you applaud, the more you support, the funnier they're going to be, the harder they're going to try. And even more important than that, I noticed some of you are drinking. Couldn't miss it, right? Well, please, by all means, drink responsibly tonight. And drink all that you possibly can, because you will have a hell of a lot more fun. It is no fun if you're not drinking, really. You're just not going to, it's just not the same. I do have to ask, do we have any out-of-towners? A lot of comedians ask, do we have any out-of-towners here? I'm an out-of-towner. Now, before you raise your hand, please be aware that it's none of my business, you know, if you're from out of town, and I really shouldn't know. And if you tell me you're from out of town, I'm going to ask you other things that's none of my business. Like, for instance, how long are you going to be here? Where are you from? None of my business. I don't have to know this. There is something I do want to know, though. How many people had sex last night? Come on. I'm not going to point, but there's a guy trying to raise his hand and a woman pulling it down. I don't know what that is. Let him go, baby.
Are you talking about by yourself?
Well, yes, that counts. But the reason I'm asking, I'm not a nosy son of a bitch like this woman just said. I'm asking for, I'm sorry you got in front here. You know, you think you're catching it from me? When did the pros get up here? Your shit's gonna get raggy, believe me. Now, I will say, where was I? Can anybody remind me where I was? I'm getting old. Oh no, the reason I asked about the sex is because I got lucky the other night, and I want to know if anybody's doing better than me. I mean, I pulled out all the stops last night. I went bisexual. Yeah, I had sex twice. And I'll tell you, up until last night, there's no way in hell anybody was going to tell me the sheep could run that fast. And they turn, those little suckers are fast. But before you guys go out chasing sheep, believe me, I want to tell you something, it's not all it's cracked up to be. They're not that good. And apparently neither am I, because if I asked them if I could see them again, they said, nah. So apparently I didn't impress them much either. But is there any law enforcement people in the audience tonight? Undercover? Now that I've set the mood for having a good time, we have undercover police, so let's really raise hell. But I have nothing against the police. My mother was a cop, seriously. And, well, she wasn't a cop with a badge, but she worked real close with the, with the corrections officers and stuff. For 3 to 5 years, I think it was. And my father said it was an undercover job. She wore the clothes that she said. Well, we went to see her a couple of times. They wouldn't let her come out to visit. But I do have to say about the police, there is one thing about them. How many people have been stopped recently? Anybody? Come on, don't lie. All right, what's the first thing a cop will say to you? They stopped me, they came up and they said, do you have any idea why I stopped you? Boom! My brain jumps into gear. Do I have any ideas? The first thing I have to know is, how long has this guy been following me? Was he there for the red light? Was he there for the illegal turn? Was he there for the side swiping, which really wasn't a side swiping? I just grazed it. Just changed it. It show's over, I dropped the card. I mean, it wasn't really a side swipe. It was just a little bruise. But now, I got a hell of a lot of ideas why he might have stopped me. And I'm thinking, he knows this, and I have to be truthful. I found it's always best to be truthful. So I thought about it for a second, and I said, well, I'm very sorry, sir, but I have no idea why you stopped me. And by the way, aren't you supposed to know that before you stop me? He got pissed. Says, you got a broken tail light. Thank God I didn't give him any ideas. Oh man, some of the stuff I had. All right, I'm going to, I got to cut short here because I dropped my card, as you saw. I forgot to write down all the good shit. But you are going to have some pros up here. Remember to feed them, give them that applause, really get your money's worth. You're going to get your money's worth if you let them know you're happy. All right. Thank you very much. That's my time. stage name so you can't find me later.
Well, a big hand of applause for Nomad. All right, thank you, Nomad. Let's step there. No, that's the ladies' room to the right. We're one of the ladies' room. All right, we ready for the first comedian, performer?
Yes.
This comedian is the cutest one of the bunch. Okay, I want you to know that. Her name is Tracy Locke, and she performed at the Las Vegas Comedy Festival, recently won the funniest female in Philly contest. A big hand of applause for Tracy Locke. Thank you.
How you guys feeling? Polish American Club! Yeah, give it up for Nomad. He did a great job, right? The only guy I know that would complain about a Hummer. What was that about? You're complaining about it? Come on. How you guys feeling out there? You ready to have a good night? I've been practicing my Polish. Tell me what you think. Dajmy buzi. Is that pretty good? Well, I was checking it out. We have any hot Polish guys out here? Come on. I love big, hot Polish guys. Any out here? Yeah. You know, we have big, hot Polish man. Hi. Is your name Stash? Oh, man. I was so psyched that I was coming to the Polish American Club, you know. I decided, you know what, I want to look good because I love Polish guys. So I decided to go get a manicure. And my manicurist is great, but she has like no self-censoring mechanism. She's in there doing my nails, and she sits like 6 inches away from my face. And she looks at me and she goes, "Okay, let me wax your mustache." Oh my God, what mustache? Men don't like your hairy face. That's why you're not married. 2 years you come here. No ringy, no husband, no children, no Bobby Dream house, no future. Oh my God, you're right, but I don't have any more money with me. Okay, never mind. Nails done. Look how pretty you look. Then she proceeds to talk about me right in front of me, and what she seems to forget is that I understand the English words. Thôi đã có ngủ gọn ngờ, lúc đang ngủ gọn ngờ, sure, no money, cheap is scared, huh? Đang go, là có gã đâu mà đã, có gã đâu go, more hair than Bigfoot. Okay, bye-bye, see you next time, pretty lady. I'll tell you what. Yeah, thank you. These ladies in the front know what I'm talking about, right? You know they're talking about you when you go over there. No doubt. We have any Latinos in the house? Where are my Latinos? Yeah! I love Latino people. They are so hot. You guys are so hot. Yeah, right, see, mommy, right? They make everything sound hot. Even parental names. Hey, Mommy. How you doing? Why don't you come over here and find out, Poppy? See? It's totally sexy. It's just not the same when white people try it. I mean, especially where I'm from, Fairfield County, Connecticut. I mean, can you imagine a guy from Fairfield County using the same rap to pick up a chick? It would sound something more like, "Excuse me, Mommy, would you mind terribly coming over here so that I can bend you over this handsome Corinthian leather couch and show you who's your primary parental figure?" See, it's not sexy, it's scary. Like the fact that my parents sent me to Catholic school in 3rd grade, and I'm a Jew. 600 Catholics and 1 Jew. Nice. But the kids were cool. They took me in, they took me under their wing, and they soon saw my God-given abilities and elected me class treasurer. I'm proud to say that our 3rd grade budget went from $187 to over $40,000 in municipal bonds. The other classes went to the zoo for their class trip. We went to Kenya. But I knew I was in trouble when I got called into the Mother Superior's office. She was like, well, what do we have here? Little Miss Moneymaker. I've been talking to your teacher, Sister Margaret, Mary, Magdalene, Marian, Marzipan, Mozart of the Holy Roman Candle. And we've been talking about what you did with the third grade budget. And I got one thing to say to you. For fuck's sake, diversify! Third graders can afford to be a little bit more aggressive. No more of this blue chip crap. Why don't you get your head into the game and get into some pharmaceuticals? Look at all the great things they're doing with birth control nowadays. And I got another idea. Why don't we put a Starbucks in the back of the church? With 10 masses a day, we'll make a killing. What do you think? So I said what any self-respecting Jew would say. Sweetheart, darling, bubble, if I'm going to give you financial advice, I get half off the tuition, correct? You saw how that went. I have a question for you. Why is it that my boyfriend can remember the batting average of every Yankee since 1927? Right. I know in Red Sox country, so alright. Why can he remember the batting average of every Red Sox since 1927? Yet he can't seem to remember my birthday or to pick up the dry cleaning, right? Ladies, I have a solution. You guys ready? Guys too. Girlfriend trading cards, okay? Instead of coming in a pack of bubblegum, they'll come in a 6-pack. And on the front, there'll be pictures of us in different positions, you know, like crouched down behind home plate, wearing nothing but a catcher's mitt. Something classy like that, you know? And then on the back, there could be stats that you guys can memorize. You know, like our favorite position, how many drinks it takes to get to first base. And instead of our on-base percentage, it could be our on-back percentage. Yeah, that'd be good. And then each individual card could have a scouting report. You know, like, this girlfriend likes it high and inside. Responds well to the 2-fingered splitter. I see we have some 2-fingered splitter fans right up here. Woo! These are my girls. We'll definitely take one for the team. And here's one you guys will really like. Maybe talking to switch hitting. Very nice. Then the guys can create a fantasy girlfriend league where if things don't work out, they can trade us and actually believe they're in control. It can happen, ladies. It can happen. You'll see. Okay, I like baseball, but do we have any football fans? Come on, Patriot country, we have football fans? I have to give you your props because I'm from Philadelphia and you guys kicked our ass in the Super Bowl. Sorry to say, but you guys did it was a great game. But I love football so much that I actually play women's professional football. I play for the Connecticut Crush. And my boyfriend talked me into trying out of all things. He was like, not for nothing, but he did the calculations, and according to me, 80% of the team are probably going to be lesbians. Not for nothing, that's fucking hot. I was like, honey, lesbians aren't the only people that like football. So anyway, I made the team, right? And they have me playing defense. So it's our first game, and I'm on the line of scrimmage across from the wide receiver, when all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see one of my players run up next to me. So I turn to her, and I'm like, are we going to double team this girl? We'll buy her a few drinks after the game and see what happens. We were penalized 13 times for illegal use of the hands, and we didn't even leave the locker room. But I guess I should have known I was in trouble when our center showed up wearing crotchless football pants. And suddenly everybody wanted to be the quarterback. If you think NFL quarterbacks lick their fingers a lot, it's kind of hard. Chicken, definitely chicken. Speaking of chicken, I have a great speller. Well, actually, I suck at spelling, I have to admit. Do we have any good spellers in the audience? Does anybody suck at spelling besides me? Because when you stink at spelling, you're totally paranoid, right? And I suck at spelling, but I'm really good at pronouncing words. So I go on this date with this guy, and it drives me nuts when guys can't pronounce words correctly. And he was a New York cop, of course, you know. So I had to ask him about his day. I was like, you know, what did you do all day? He's like, You know, we're dabbling a little of this, a little of that. Wiretaps, interrogations, car stops. Every once in a while, if we get lucky, we get to bang down a few doors. I really feel like I'm at the pinnacle of my career. But I don't want to bore you with the minutiae of my life. Why don't we get some horse divorce and talk about you? Man. The worst. But then the food comes, and here's the worst part. There's a hair in my food, right? Ew. Why is finding a hair in your food so repulsive? Because people will go on Fear Factor and be like, oh my God, you want me to eat a 6-inch African jungle spider while it's still alive? Okay. And then the very next day, their boyfriend makes them a tuna sandwich, and they're like, oh my God, honey, I like so totally can't eat this. There's a hair. So using this universal principle, why hasn't anyone invented the hair diet? You know, pre-packaged food with hair in it. Ladies and gentlemen, forget lean cuisine and the Atkins diet. Now, a diet food that absolutely guarantees you will lose the weight. With the L, there's a hair in there. Diet system, you will receive the long black hair burrito, eyelash soup, and the ever popular pubic hair pasta. Order now! Some of you out there have had some of the pubic hair pasta. You know you're working it good when you get some coming out of your nose. You know you did a good job. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. Anyway. The only thing crazier than all these stupid fad diets that totally don't work are telemarketers, right? Because not only do these guys call you at the most inopportune time, but now they're being outsourced to other countries. So the guy calling you takes 20 minutes just to pronounce your name. Hello, may I please speak on Miss Lucky? Yeah, it's Locke. But one great thing I realized, when these guys call, they have absolutely no idea who they're talking to, so I can be anyone I want. Hello, may I please be speaking to Miss Lucky? Yeah, this Miss Lucky, and you better have a damn good reason for calling me at dinner time. You know how hard it is to cook for these Lucky kids? Shoot, this better be an emergency. Or a publisher's clearinghouse. Or that radio station telling me I want a year supply of Alizé Red. Hold up. Starquisha. Put your brother down. Put him down. Inside the window. Kids these days. Can't you see I'm trying to conversate on the telephone? I ain't playing with you, girl. I want you to sit down and eat your dinner. I ain't playing with you. Sit down and eat your dinner. But don't go in that burrito. It's got a hair in it. You guys have been great. Thank you very much. Lay it on in. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Tracy, how about that? Go from Philly. Yeah, the Patriots did do a nasty job on the team in Philly. All right, so we'll play a little bit of music, and if anybody cares to dance, there's a dance floor on the left over here. All right? Okay, great. As well as an episode of Judging Amy. How was she? Judge her okay? He was also a finalist at the Connecticut Comedy Festival. And he also has some side jobs. He's a welder, gynecologist, believe it or not, and a comedian. Big hand of applause for Victor Ramos. All right. Yeah.
All right, keep it going for Alex for putting this together. Definitely, definitely. Show me love. Wow, man. Give it up for the DJs also. These guys are kicking ass. We got Habib and Akbar. They're going to continue this party at the 7-Eleven right after the show, so make sure you guys are there. We're kidding, man. Oh, man, I'm excited, man, about being here tonight. This is fucking great. 2 weeks ago, I was actually in Washington, D.C. Last week, I was in New York City. Yeah, Friday night, I'm at the biggest bingo hall in Massachusetts. Shit. Boys, my career really fucking taking off or what? What's next, man? Just found out Alice just booked me into the Dunkin' Donuts in Starbridge Village. I'll be there tomorrow, so make sure you guys are there early. Wow, man, this is great, man. I'm really happy, really happy. I gotta compliment the beautiful, sumptuous, delicious buffet that they set up for us back there. I love it. $10, man, that's a good deal. For a pretzel and bottled water? Shit. Oh, man. Can't wait to get off stage and grab some more stuff, man. This is good. And they went all out with the decorations. That's another thing. I always appreciate that. It's like Bob Villa on crack. Oh, man. This is great, man. We got some celebrity. We got desperate housewives over here. I don't know what these guys are doing. Should they be taking out the garbage or something? What the hell are you doing here? Holy shit, man. I saw the cast from Cocoon, the older couple over there. Good, you guys came out. That's a good thing. This is different, I'll be honest. This is a whole different comedy show that I've been to because the music, I feel like I'm at comedy karaoke or something, man. With the jokes, music, jokes, man. Oh man, but this is great. You guys having fun tonight? Give yourself a round of applause, definitely, for coming out. It's a good cause, first of all, good cause. Oh yeah, man, I came all the way from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Anybody from Bridgeport here? Yeah. I need a ride home, because my car is just like, okay, I'll sleep in somebody's backyard. Hell with it, man, anything, man. This is good, man. We're coming down the highway, and this cop pulls me over. He says, why are you going so fast? I go, because you're fucking chasing me, that's why. Stupid. Any cops in here before I continue? I get pulled over again, man. I had like the worst luck, man. A couple of years ago, true story, I was coming from Rhode Island. This cop pulls me over. He looks in my eyes. He says, your eyes are red. Have you been drinking? I said, your eyes are glazed. You've been eating donuts? No? It sounded something like that, man. I swear, man. Another time, a few years ago, I was driving. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. I crashed, I flew through the windshield, I landed at 25 feet in front of the car. Would you believe a cop gives me a ticket for leaving the scene of the accident? I'm telling you, man. Wow, man. Good energy. I love the energy in this room. You guys got the energy. I'll tell you what, about 3 weeks ago, I did a show at Yale Hospital, for patients with Alzheimer's disease. Don't get ahead of me. I feel so bad because I use one joke all night. They thought I was getting funnier and funnier. You should have seen that, man. I felt bad taking the money, but hey, you know. Oh, man. But like Alice said, the good thing about comedy, you get a chance to travel, go to different places. I mentioned Washington, D.C. I feel embarrassed. I just found out what D.C. stands for. Does anybody here know? District of Columbia. You know, I always thought it meant the capital. You guys are laughing at that, huh? And about a year ago, I was actually in Sandwich, Mass. By Cape Cod, Sandwich, Massachusetts. Kind of like the stupidest name of the town. Who came up with that? It was weird, because I was there on a Saturday and they had found a body. And the next day, the newspapers had the headlines, man found dead in Sandwich. And right underneath, they had an ad for Subway. not sure if there was a connection, but I don't know, man. Like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Oh, man. So you guys like the weather? You guys like the weather? Spring, summer's coming around the corner? Where's my summer people? Summer people! Hell yeah! I can't stand winter. I'm a summer person. Last year for summer, I visited my family in Puerto Rico. While I was down there, I went to a cockfight. Folks, I was so sore, I couldn't walk for 3 days. And I won, too, man. Oh, man. You guys like summer, man. You know what, like every summer, I like to go to the amusement parks because they always get these old rock and roll bands, these Motown bands. They get together for these reunion tours. It's never the original members. Have you ever noticed that? A few years ago, I was at Great Adventures, and I'm a big fan of Motown, old rock and roll. The Temptations were gonna be there. Anybody remember the Temptations? Big famous Motown band. We're at Great Adventures, we were hyped up, we were like psyched, waiting for them to come out. When they came out, it was 4 white guys and a Puerto Rican. Like, what the hell is this? I want my $2 back quick, man. This. Oh, man. Summertime, yeah, summer. Everybody starts working out in the summertime. I started working out because I don't want to like my grandfather. My grandfather's 80 years old. About 7 years ago, he had a major heart attack. He almost died. And as part of the rehabilitation, the doctors, they put him on a walking program. So for the last 7 years, my grandfather has been walking 1 mile every single day. My family has no idea where the fuck he is right now, though. But I'm sure he's in good health somewhere. That's the important thing, right? That's what counts, man. Really, man. I don't know how these people, they just had the Boston Marathon, right? A couple of weeks ago. You guys seen that? Why do they even call it the Boston Marathon? Should they call it the Kenyan Express? It's like, who wins it every year? It's like that 80-pound African, all the time. They don't feed him like for 2 months, put him in a race, of course he's gonna win. Because the winner gets a sandwich. That's fine. I don't know how they do that, man. These guys, they run basically, how many miles is it? 26 miles? They run it like in 2.5 hours. That's running non-stop for 2.5 hours. I drive 10 minutes, I'm already pulling over to take a piss. Oh, man. So is this the whole time of Southbridge, basically? Is this what it is, man? This is it, huh? Who's watching? Who's watching the streets or some shit, man? They told me the mayor, the town drunk, and the dog catcher was here tonight. And somebody said it's the same guy. It's all the same guy. It's right here, man. Oh, man. No, that's cool, though, but we kind of got lost coming down here, man. Like, we actually went through Sturbridge. Then we took this long, crazy, lonely road, man, to get here. That's the kind of road that I would travel if I want to dump a dead hooker's body, man. And we made it here, we got here. And that's a good thing, man. Yeah, so I joined the gym. I was talking about working out. I joined the gym, and I still don't understand the terminology. Because like I was working out the other day, right? And this real hot girl walks in. She looks at me, she says, can you spot me? Well, can I spot you? I spotted you the moment you walked in. I'm ready to stalk you. Oh, with that. Then they hooked me up with one of those trainers, the instructors. You know, the kind that makes you feel inferior. The big 20-inch arms, big chest, the deep voice. Her name was Karen. She's tough, man. She works me up. She reminds me of Chyna, the bodybuilding wrestler. You guys remember her from the WWE? That girl is strong. She was in Playboy magazine, and she was bragging about how strong she is. She said she is so strong, she could burst a 30-pound pumpkin between her legs. Yeah, I'm thinking my 10-pound head does not stand a chance. But when it comes to oral sex, hell yeah, I'm willing to risk it, right, fellas? Right, ladies? Hell yeah, I'll never forget the first time I had oral sex. I'm 15 years old. My next door neighbor takes me out behind the yard. We're laying down in the grass. It's midnight. I thought I was doing so good. I said, sweetheart, I wish I had a flashlight. She goes, so do I. You've been eating grass for the last 15 minutes. I still got that taste in my mouth, man. So ladies, if you need your lawn mowed, I'm your man, right? fun. You guys are sick. You guys are fun. Drink up, drink up. The more you drink, the funnier this shit gets. That's how it works. Oh man, give it up for the staff here, the bartenders, the crew, everybody doing a great job. And don't forget to tip the bartender, okay? You know, she has her kids out in the car trying to be somebody. Oh man, I'm drinking some real beer. When I was at the bar, would you believe it or not, some guy wants to order O'Doul's. You guys familiar with that? O'Doul's, that's non-alcoholic beer. What's the point? Right? That's like paying for a hooker and playing checkers with her all night, man. Don't make no kind of sense, man. Telling you, man. Oh man. What else is going on? I had an interesting week. Tuesday, I go to my doctor for my annual checkup. Walk into the office. He tells me to undress, he squeezes my balls and tells me to cough. You guys know what I'm talking about? Maybe some of the women do too? I don't know. I don't know, man. Let me tell you something. If you want me to cough, squeeze my throat. He squeezed my balls, he's checking me for hemorrhoids. After about 10 minutes, I start feeling uncomfortable. Because this was my eye doctor. Oh, man. Then as I'm leaving the office, I realized it wasn't even a doctor, it was Pepe the janitor. I have another appointment next Tuesday too, bro. I have like the worst stuff. Another time, true story, I'm at the doctor's office, he walks in, he says, Victor, you have to stop masturbating. I said, why? He goes, because you're upsetting everybody in the waiting room. Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. How about a hand for masturbation? Seriously, how about 2 hands? I ended up with Masturbators Anonymous a couple years ago. Which is weird, because you walk into the meeting, all the guys want to shake your hand. Oh, man. Love my coffee. Who likes Dunkin' Donuts coffee, man? Oh, yeah, love that coffee. I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Where the hell do they get the workers? Dumbest workers in the world. I'm sorry, gotta call them. I was at a Dunkin' Donuts not too long ago. I walk in, just as a test. I said to the girl, excuse me, can I get a Big Mac? She looks at me, she goes, what are you, stupid? This ain't Pizza Hut. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, but this is a nice place. I had a hard time finding it. We actually got lost. We stopped at Wendy's, right? Snotty hostess. Right at Wendy's over there. I asked her for directions, she gives me the finger. So you get this joke later, right? I'll wait. Keep it up, you're gonna get the finger too, Fox. Oh, man, you guys are good, man. Oh, man. So it's been the Foxwoods, the casinos, man. You guys do the Foxwoods over here? How'd you guys do? Is it okay? I hit the machine for $1,500. Yeah, the ATM machine, I'm fucking broke. Don't clap. I swear to God, I'm so broke right now. The other day I went to the dollar store, I had to put the shit on layaway. You know how embarrassing that is? You're 75 cents, I'll be back next week. No good, man. Oh man, so I'm Foxwoods, I'm hungry, I'm pissed off, I'm broke. They got a fancy restaurant at Foxwoods, I got $10 in my pocket. Walk into the restaurant, that snotty hostess again looks at me, she goes, excuse me, do you have a reservation? I go, do I look like a goddamn Indian? I'm pissed off, don't mess with me. Bad luck, I had bad luck about a month ago. My best friend calls me up. He wants to borrow $1,000 for plastic surgery because he got into a bad car crash. He cut his face all up. I let him borrow the money. I can't get the money back because I don't know what the fuck he looks like. We all do stupid things, don't we, right? I'm gonna get a haircut the other day. I walked into the salon, I said to the girl, what are your prices? She goes, $20 for a haircut, $5 if you want to get blow dried. Hey, well, here's $5, fuck the haircut. I'll be back tomorrow. Really? Tuesday, I'm in New York Tuesday. I went to a Mexican restaurant. I tried grilled donkey. Let me tell you, for a Tuesday night, that was a good piece of ass, I gotta tell you. I'll tell you that. Like I said, some of these jokes will kick in as the night goes on. Southbridge, right? Love you guys. Come on, it's comedy. Oh shit. You guys are good, though. Seriously. A lot of stuff. Been watching a lot of TVs, but pissing me off. The reality TV shows are getting out of hand, man. Aren't they? I mean, you have Survivor. It's not even reality because you take these people, they put them on the island, they give them matches, they give them food, they give them a way to figure everything out. That's not reality. You know what I want to see? The first reality TV show was Big Brother. Remember that one? They put the camera in the house, had everybody in there. They had 10 whites and 1 black. Guess who got voted off the very first episode? The black guy. The show went from Big Brother to No Brother. Just like that, man. Even Monica Lewinsky a few years ago had a TV show. Why is she even famous? Think about it. 5 years ago, she posed the president. She gets on TV. 5 years ago, I banged a hooker. I got VD. And I don't have my own show. Round of applause for all the women in the room. A lot of bangs here tonight. All beautiful ladies. That's for you. Oh yeah, women make the world go round. I think all women are beautiful, but you have to admit the market is geared towards them when it comes to attracting the opposite sex. Like with the makeup, the cologne, the wigs, the eyeshadows, eyelashes. Guys, on the other hand, 2 things. Viagra and Rogaine. Right? And some women are wearing the Wonder Bra now. Girls, you don't need the Wonder Bra. I went out with this girl one time who was wearing the Wonder Bra, but she didn't tell me anything. So I took, we're in bed together. I took her dress off. You're laughing too hard. I can see you're wearing it. Well, I said, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So we're in bed together. I took her dress off. I took her bra off, and I realized why they called it the Wonder Bra. Because I wondered where the fuck her tits went. Just like that. Girls, you don't need that. I'm so petrified of catching HIV, I don't even watch VH1. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm just making this shit up as I go along, right, folks? So just bear with me, man. All right. Don't forget to clean up yourself, Sparky. I'm telling you, I even saw a commercial the other day for Super Viagra. You guys seen this? Cialis? Supposedly it's good for 36 hours. Let me tell you something, folks. If I take Cialis and I'm good for 36 hours, I'm gonna see Alice, I'm gonna see Pam, I'm gonna see Cindy.